Worldwide, the Common European Framework of Reference is a document drawn up by the Council of Europe which describes in a comprehensive manner what the English language learners must learn in order to use it for communication, as well as the knowledge and skill that must be developed to be able to take effective action. It describes 5 language skills: speaking, listening, oral interaction, reading comprehension, and writing.
My experience with the English project implement in Técnico Salesiano has been beneficial for my knowledge. To begin 10th grade, where English had merged with social studies, as well as in entrepreneurship and management, and it helped us not only to graduate with a high level of English, but also help in the future, either in labor or academic. As we know, English is one of the main languages in the world, and it's important for us teenagers more implement in our studies.
I teach entrepreneurship to first and second years of Bachillerato General Unificado. The main idea of this subject is to explain and to teach the main concepts that kids are going to need in the future if they want to start and manage a business. This subject started to be taught in English last year. The objective of doing this is to give the kids the ability to practice English through a new subject by learning new vocabulary, different vocabulary, and practicing skills such as writing, speaking, reading, and all of this by learning exactly the same things that they would learn in other schools, but at the same time acquiring a new language such as English. All of this we do by using the same topics, the same things that they have in the government book, but we do this in English and using different articles, videos, and worksheets so they can practice their skills.
Everyone wants to speak English, and in my opinion, to get it, one of the principal tools is listening. If you listen, you will be able to speak and to write in English. The videos offered in English class have been very useful, and at the same time you learn about interesting topics. I believe that practice and listening will help you to learn English.
That is the reason because since 2016, in the UETS and UEAS that conform the Comunidad Educativa Yanukai, a project has been carried out which is focused on developing different strategies so that students could be able to acquire the skills of English as a foreign language in order to promote the part of communication, oral and reading, according to the international standards of the Common European Framework of Reference. In this context, it is expected as a medium-term goal that the students achieve the following levels according to their years of education: 8 A1.1, 9 A1.2, 10th A2.1, first A2.2, second B1.1, third B1.2. Thus, in third, our students will be able to get a B1 international certificate.
Within social studies area, the English language has become an essential part for the development of the subject, since all the resources are used in English. All the planning is based in the national curriculum to provide the material to the students. The teachers have been working in the government's book. The content is translated and summarized the most relevant part of the topic. The extra materials are duly elaborated by all the teachers of the area, giving emphasis to the content. The goal of using this methodology is to develop in students the ability to communicate in English fluently, to defend themselves during a conversation, in addition to being able to get an international certification that helps them for future studies.
We started this project by increasing the periods of English learning in the elementary school. Science was introduced as a subject. Thus, the students got 4 periods of general English in first grade, 6 periods of general English and 4 periods of science from second to 4th grade, and 6 periods of general English and 5 periods of science from 5th to 7th grade. On the other hand, in the high school, our students started learning social studies and entrepreneurship in English, and the periods of English learning were increased too. From May to 10th grade, our students got 6 periods of general English and 4 periods of social studies. In first and second, our students got 6 periods of general English and 4 periods of entrepreneurship.
Rex Carlos Crespi and Maria Auxiliadora has kept in mind a great project, this project, and I'm talking about having science classes in English. It's important to mention that this project is being worked with great responsibility. During these 2 years of project, we teachers have realized that students are engaged and motivated learning technical and scientific terms, which are internalized through the use of videos, images, short texts with contents of great interest, which will be useful for their future lives.
Furthermore, our institution has been supporting the English teachers staff training, having as the main objective that teachers can get a B2 international certificate. Thus, after a placement test, the teachers who got A2 and B1 were trained for about 3 months until getting the B2 level. After that, all the teachers A2, B1 and B2 were trained in techniques for the FCE exam. And after having been prepared for about 8 months, the teachers took the FCE exam, getting some of them the B2 certificate. A first training process started from October 2016 to May 2017. During this period, 26 teachers from the UETAs and UEAS, the Comunidad Educativa Yanuncay, were trained, getting, as a result, a 42% of teachers in B2, a 50% of teachers in B1, and an 8% of teachers in A2. Those teachers who didn't get the B2 level were given a new opportunity to present the certificate, but by self-study. A second training process was carried out from October 2017 to May 2018. This training was directed to the 15 new teachers of the both institutions and 2 teachers from the technical areas. And as a result, we got a 10% of teachers in level C1, a 35% of teachers in B2, a 50% of teachers in B1, and a 5% of teachers in A2. However, one of the difficulties that we have had with this certification is that after getting the certificate, some of the teachers have left our institutions. The change of our teachers' staff have caused that we have lost continuity in our project because we have had to start new training processes each year.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel Salazar, and I have to say that science class are really interesting because we learn different contents in each class. Plants, animals, and human beings are part of our classes, and so we will learn different facts about them. Our teacher helped us understand better the subject with the videos, pictures, examples, and a vocabulary in context. I think science, like this in English, is really important because in this class we learn technical and scientific terms. Thus, we are prepared with a good tools to face our future.
Personally, I can say that my experience at Técnico Salesiano English project has been very pleasant, starting from the teachers that have been helpful and are very well prepared in order to give a class without us getting bored. Also, we have been working with the books from Cambridge, which are very didactic and even have an online platform so we can work at home. To me, it's very important to learn English because if you want to travel to any part of the world, you need to know this language. So to me, the implementation of this English project has been a great idea that has benefited all the students for their future.
Finally, after 3 years of carrying out this project, our students of the 10th grade of the UETS and the UEAS So I mean, the Comunidad Educativa Yanuncay took a mock exam to evaluate if they have gotten the expected English level A2.1. As a result, we have that the 34% of our students got A2.1, A2.2, and even B1.1. However, the 66% were very close. That means that they got an A1.2 level. It is expected that in the next years, most of them will acquire the necessary English level to get the B1 international certificate.